Hi there, I'm Ian Wise, and my group's project was on storage devices. Now, storage devices are anything that stores data, and are basically the idea of putting something from physical onto there and using it to store your data. So there are many different kinds of storage devices out there. The primary ones you're going to find are internal hard drives and laptop hard drives. These are the most common out there, and they're pretty much the ones that mostly everyone will interface. An internal hard drive is a hard drive that you'll find in a PC. It stores a couple hundred gigabytes to a couple terabytes. And it works as your central computer. There are other parts that connect into your computer, but your hard drive is your main thing that you will need. And then you have laptop hard drives. Laptop hard drives are hard drives that are found primarily in laptops, obviously. I mean, that would be just kind of stupid not to assume they're in laptops. They're called laptop hard drives. But they consist of your motherboard. They are literally the whole entire computer itself, and it only holds probably a couple hundred gigabytes at most if you're talking a high-end laptop. But they're smaller in comparison to internal hard drives because they have to be put into a more compact thing. Now, you will then move on to external hard drives. External hard drives hold a couple hundred gigabytes to a terabyte. Now, what makes them unique is that they're portable. They can be taken anywhere, and oftentimes really are able to serve as complete computers because of it. So, the only way they can be connected to is if you use them as a USB. And USBs allow you to connect multiple interfaces like flash drives. Flash drives, or USB drives or jump drives, are basic storage devices that hold a couple gigs at most. They're small, they're portable, and they're easy to use. And they are sometimes tailor-made for specific purposes, like a Geek Squad flash drive has a sub-operating system that is compatible with most Microsoft or even Mac computers. But they are limited in that fact. Now, you get to a smart card. A smart card is a data storage device that is specifically designed for phones, for gaming systems, or for pretty much anything that can only be very limitedly interfaced. It stores a good bit of data, but it can only be used in certain things. But what you get down to is that these are storage devices that have specific purposes for actually holding data and then doing something else. If you want to just store stuff, you have CD and DVD drives and flash memory cards. CD and DVD drives are basically compatible disks that go inside of your computer and through a CD drive more than likely, and you can write data onto them and then move that to another computer. They're portable, but they're limited because they are basically one-time use unless you have a rewriter. And those things are more costly and therefore not as easily accessible. So pretty much it's a one-time thing. You use it to store pictures and stuff like that that you want to keep for a long time, but you don't want to have it sitting on your computer forever. And flash memory cards are specifically used for cameras. They're used to store pictures and videos. They can be used in some cases to store other things, but they store pictures, and that's their way of transmitting stuff around. When it comes down to memory, though, you need to realize that a lot of different things will take up more memory. Text files, small little audio files will only take up at most a couple megabytes, as opposed to a full-on video or your games or anything like that, which will take up a couple gigs to even sometimes a terabyte if you really are playing that crazy game that just has every expansion in the universe. And so, because of this, you oftentimes need to have multiple different storage devices to carry everything around. I mean, your computer can hold almost every different format of storage, but it's only limited by the fact that it can only hold that much storage. I mean, if you have every digital copy movie you can possibly imagine, you're not going to be able to get that onto just your one computer, no matter how big your computer is. You will need several internal hard drives, external hard drives, and everything else that goes along with it. And so what it comes down to is, what are you trying to store, and where do you want to store it in?